What is going on, everybody? Brown's gratification here. First things first, Olivier Vernon's out with a torn Achilles. Unfortunate, we saw that happen. I thought it was an ankle injury. I thought he'd be okay, but he wasn't. Um, so that's a depleted D line. We have Adrian Claiborne and Porter Gustin next men up. I don't know. I doubt they're gonna sign anybody off the free. I can't even think of anybody he can sign. Maybe Clay Matthews. I don't know, but I doubt that. Uh, so probably pick up an extra player from the practice squad and then roll with Porter Gustin and Adrian Claiborne, who, Adrian Claiborne I like, could apply pressure. Just it's gonna be tough when Miles Garrett needs some rest, and if whenever he does need rest, we put Adrian Claiborne in and Miles Garrett out. So I'm assuming when Miles Garrett needs some rest, we just put Porter Gustin on one side and Adrian Claiborne on the other. So I guess we're gonna see how that works out. I don't think it'll be very good, but we'll see. I was a little harsh on the DBs, not in the video of yesterday, but just in general what I thought talking to friends. But after seeing it, watched the game again. Wasn't too bad, right? The communication was a lot better. Ronnie Harrison definitely stepped up for us. Jacob Phillips was great. Mac Wilson keeps missing tackles. He said that himself. He needs to get better on, so at least he's aware of that, and might see some improvement next week. Don't know how much, but we'll see some. I hope. Sione Takitaki, great run stopper. Again, not the greatest in coverage, but what can you do? We should have B.J. Goodson and he's slipping. And what's his name? Malcolm Smith. That almost slipped my mind, but we'll see. Hopefully, we get those guys back. DBs, like I said, didn't do too bad besides a couple big catches they gave up. But what do you don't have Denzel Ward, Kevin Johnson, who's Denzel Ward's backup, wasn't there. Uh, DBs held up pretty good for the most part, coming from the practice squad and not practicing whatsoever, except for a day, I think, if that. They held up. Chase Claypool had 5 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Most of those yards were from a big catch or two. Can't give those up, but what can you expect? They held up as much as they could. Offensively, offensive line kind of had some penalties between Wyatt Teller and Jedrick Wills. Got to work on that. I just think that's timing and not playing for a week or two in Jedrick's case, and a little bit longer for Wyatt Teller. But yeah, they gave up 3 sacks against a non-TJ Watt and Hayward D line, so that's going to be interesting to see what they do. I assume they come out with more tight ends, sorry, 3 tight end sets, and kind of game plan around that with running the ball 40 times in this game. I think that's how you beat the Steelers. The run defense has not been good. It was good, the first 7 or 8 weeks, but it's kind of slowly went down from there. Now, maybe with the rest of Hayward and Watt, that will help them, but I don't know. Talk about the D line for Steelers. The depth on that D line is crazy good. I wish we had that type of depth, but we don't. So big ups to the Steelers there. Like I said again, 3 tight end sets might help in some type of way, although our tight ends don't block very well, and statistically, Njoku's our best blocker, believe it or not. And also, I saw a photo he posted. That was a touchdown. I don't know. I don't know if they showed it on slow mo during the game back. I don't really remember, but that still shot he had was both feet in and a catch. Hands were now he didn't bring it in, which I don't think you need to, or you need to, but at that the photo he posted, 2 hands were on it, extended, both feet on the ground. So I assume if he was falling, he's going to bring it towards him to signal a catch. But we didn't get that. But that was a nice catch on him, well, even though it didn't really count. Baker Mayfield, 17 for 27, 63%, a touchdown. Needed him when needed him to play well, not turn over the ball, and he didn't. Finished the season 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, so great job on him. After after the playoffs, during the offseason, I'm gonna do in-depth review of players I think did really good this season. Some players I didn't do too good on a new series. I've done this before in two other players, player analysis, so I'll do some more videos on those. Um, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt ran a snap count. Kevin Stefanski said, which I assumed people were mad that Nick Chubb wasn't running the ball a lot, nor was Kareem Hunt, but I don't think they realize, you know, well, I didn't know at the time. I didn't realize until after the game. Maybe he was keeping it for a snap count, and he said himself it was on a snap count, which is ballsy to do because you need to win the game to get into playoffs, and it wasn't looking our way uh, in the first half. As the first half progressed, it looked more and more like the Steelers were gonna, you know, get back in rhythm. But yeah, that was ballsy on him. Believed in the players he had, believed in Baker Mayfield, which is nice because Baker Mayfield stepped up when we needed him to. Yeah, so good job on that. Ballsy and Kevin Stefanski, but he's been like that the whole season, which I like. And no, on a side note, that last play where Baker Mayfield on the 3rd and 1, where he runs to his right with Kareem Hunt as the lead blocker, that was designed by Bill Callahan actually, which was pretty interesting to see. I know like Bill, I didn't know to the extent, but I figure Bill Callahan with all the NFL experience from the Redskins to wherever else, designed some plays and coaches took note, used them at some points. Didn't think he was doing that here, which he's doing it here, which I like. Taking input from everywhere, AVP, now Bill Callahan, and probably a couple other players too. Uh, yeah, so that was nice to see. Nice shout out to Bill Callahan. Hope he's okay with COVID. Hope Olivia is okay. Hope Chad O'Shea is okay, and everybody else who has COVID. Hopefully we get them back. Game Sunday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm thinking, looking at that time, we might be able to have Denzel Ward back. I think he tested positive, was it Friday or Thursday? If it was Wednesday, we for sure could have him back if he, continues to test negative. If it's Friday, then there's like no chance that he could do it because it's a 10-day type of thing. If it's Wednesday, then we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, um, those 3 extra days. But if it's on a Friday, if he tested positive on a Friday, then that whole week, which would be 7 days on Friday, then Saturday, Sunday is 9. That's not the 10-day grace period he needs, which sucks. I don't remember. Hopefully he can play though. Andrew Sendejo should be back. Donovan Peoples-Jones, they said he left the game with a concussion. He said he was okay on Twitter, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a concussion protocol type of thing, which I'm assuming it is, because he said he's okay. Jarvis Landry stepped up, like that play where he ran for the touchdown. Uh, they used like Jarvis Landry's utility man with throwing the ball, running the ball now. Like to see that these last what like 6 7 games, Jarvis Landry really stepped up. And actually, let's check out his stats because all right. From the Jaguars game and on, he had Jaguars 8 catches, 143 yards and a touchdown. Titans 8 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. Ravens 6 catches. New York Giants 7 catches, 61 yards and a touchdown. And then Steelers 5 catches, 51 yards. No touchdown, but had a no receiving touchdown. Sorry, but it did have a rushing touchdown. Um, Now I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna leave this as a in-depth view. uh, I, I'm gonna have the video out by Friday. Is when the next time I should upload on the pre-game review for the Steelers. But I'm just gonna say this one thing before I go. Browns are playing with nothing to lose. They made their playoffs. Now I know they don't want to, have that come like. I know they don't want to be like a one and done. They want to go all the way to the Super Bowl. But you know, this season is really a success for us. Really, 11-5, made the playoffs first time in 18 years. I think the pressure's on the Steelers because after starting 11-0, 1-4 in the last whatever games, 1-5 or whatever it is, I think they need to step up. I think they're going to be uh, very, very tight on offense, right? They're going to stick to what they know. They can't run the ball, but I think the Browns are going to come out with nothing to lose, kind of like what the Steelers did on Sunday. Run these bunch of plays like we used to, like the game plays that we did in Dallas and a slew of other games. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think it's going to be a good game. Uh, Definitely way more competitive than it was yesterday. I think sorry for that pause there. I thought my headset was came unplugged, but it wasn't. I think it's going to be like a 45-48 type of game. So thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and bye.